Hello guys, welcome along. Nigel here with you, Nigel's Modelling Bench, and here we are back now with this beautiful DeAgostini 1/8 scale Ferrari 330 P4, and this is only pack 2. In pack 1 we built up the headlight unit and we built up the steering column and steering wheel, so they could be put away safely now, and we had the door as well. Where's the door? Where did I put it? I put the door away. Here it is. The door is in its plastic box still, and we got some spare screws in there as well. So I'll put that up there to one side. So now we're going to be looking at pack 2. And as usual with these, we always look at the magazine first, and then we have a look at what we've got to build. So here we have all our introductions here and everything, with all the companies all over the world that DeAgostini own and everything. And then we've got some advice and everything for readers. So here we are, the origins of P, a lineage of winners. The 330 P4 was the last car of a generation of sport prototype that made Ferrari famous. In 7 years it won 5 world titles and 14 major races, including twice the 24 Hours of Le Mans. What a car it was. So here you can see Mike Hawthorne in his Ferrari Dino 246. That's the engine that's in the Lancia Stratos. That's at Silverstone. And then here we've got Mike Parks in a Dino 246 SP. Brands Hatch 62. And then up here, previous page, was a Ferrari 330 P4 in its spider body version. This photo was taken probably around January 67 during testing. So there we go, that's our car there. So very, very beautiful, very beautiful. Above Targa Florio, April the 30th, 1961, Olivier Gendebien. Sorry sir, I've messed your name up. At the wheel of the Ferrari Dino 246, which he won the race with Wolfgang von Trips. So 12-cylinder prototypes. Now you might be wondering, where does 330 come from? Because as you know, you've got 246, which means it's a 2.4 6-cylinder. You have a 308, which is a 3-litre 308 cylinder. 308 8-cylinder. You have a 328, which is a 3.2 8-cylinder. 330, what is it, 3.3 no cylinders? No. Is it a 3-litre with 30 cylinders? No. The way it's done, I'm not sure if it was because it was a prototype or because it was a V12. It's cylinder capacity. So if you times 330 by 12, you get roughly 4 litres. It was a 4-litre V12 engine. Other Ferraris were known as the 412, okay, which was a 4-litre 12-cylinder. So Ferrari numbers always tell you, or generally tell you, what the engine is. Okay, it's not about the car, it's about the engine. So here's the Ferrari 250P. Okay, so that's a 250. That's 250 times 12, which is a 3-litre engine. Okay, so it's a 250 V12. So there we go, Ferrari 250P at Le Mans in 1963. This car, driven by Mike Parks and Umberto Maglioli, finished third. Very nice. And then we've got the 12-cylinder engine of the 250P with a total displacement of 2953, a maximum power of 310 horsepower. I think that was probably the engine that was in the 250 GTO as well, which was a beautiful, beautiful car. And there you can see some Ferraris there dicing out with Ford GT. In the background, there we go, Ford GTs again. Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. 330 P3 presented at Enzo Ferrari's press conference on January 29th, 1965. And then here we have the P3 again. Absolutely gorgeous. And then there's the P4 number 21 of Scarfiotti and Parks during the 24 Hours of Le Mans 1967. P's of private teams. The Ferrari 330 P3 of Goucher and Bandini, followed by that of Ginther and Rodriguez at Le Mans in 1966. And there we go. And it tells you here all about what was going on with the number of holes and everything. So here we've got a list of parts, and in here we have our blister pack. Now, as usual, we will probably get blister packs for the first few parts, and then they will return to cardboard boxes. Because you've got to imagine, when these things are for sale in the shops, they want to catch your eye as you walk by. So they put these things in great big blister packs, and you look at it and think, oh, what's that? I see wheels and tyres. Let's have a look at that. So that's what they do. Nothing wrong with that at all. So get this out of its packaging if I can. There we go. It didn't want to let go. So there we are. We have all our parts there. Now we finish with the magazine, as in looking at the subjects. We'll put the light on as we usually do. So we've got, look, front left, it is a front tyre. That's a front left tyre, front left outer wheel rim, front left inner wheel rim. Detail on there is absolutely astounding. And then we've got the wheel spinner nut, we've got brake discs, and we've got screws. So we've got plenty of screws in here to be playing with. We've got AM screws and we've got AP screws as well. They're little stickers on there, aren't they? That's unbelievable. They've got little stickers on these bags. That's incredible. Okay, so we've got plastic screws and metal screws, so we're going to be thread cutting again. So going over the page. Okay, get ready the parts making up the left front wheel. So we've got the tyre, which is stuck in there. We've got the wheel outer, and we've got the wheel inner. So this is going to build up very much like the Mustang. Now these are Campagnolo wheels, absolutely beautiful. We've got the Campagnolo writing on there, which is very nice. We've got a serial number there. You can see we've got a wheel weight and a tyre valve, and even on the tyre valve the cap is painted absolutely gorgeous. Really, really lovely. And you can see on here we have 2 blanks and 3 holes, so that's cool. So what I'm going to do here, these are going to be screwed together with AM screws, which are 1.7. So I'm going to get my tap set out again. I'm going to get my this is a tap set you can get anywhere on eBay or Amazon or whatever. Shop around, or indeed you can buy taps individually. What you want here is an M1.7 by 0.35 tap. 1.7 is the diameter. That's a 1.8 I've picked up there. You'll be very careful. That's a 1.6. So I'm using a 1.6 because I don't have a 1.7. But the pitch is the same. The diameter is only 0.1 millimeters difference, which is the diameter of a hair on your head. So you will get away with a 1.6, no problem, especially in this cast metal. So what I'm going to do is these holes where these screws are going to go. Oh, the other thing I do, a tap normally has a sharp point on the end. I just grind that off so it doesn't have a sharp point. And then if you get to the bottom of the hole, it doesn't make a mark. So what I'm going to do here is just start thread cutting. 1 turn in, half a turn back. And what this does, it makes it a lot easier to assemble the model. And that's gone in there very easily, so it probably wouldn't have been too difficult. But you can see on the bench there. Now what a lot of people do, they put a drop of oil on the end of the screw, which helps. I don't like doing that. I like to cut the threads. To me, it adds to the joy of the build because you're putting more work into it, which makes it more fun. So as I say, whenever you see me tapping these threads, it's just my personal preference. Other people are the same. My personal preference is to cut the threads. A lot of people say there's no point. And we're both correct. So there you go, you got the shavings there where we've cut the thread. I'm just going to pick these up with my little vacuum from Amazon. Right, so what we're going to do, we're going to place the wheel outer. So we're going to have a look at here. We might have a dodgy side to the tyre. There might be a mark in it or something, or the painting's not perfect. So I think this side is nicer than that side. So we'll make sure this is on the outside. Okay, and then we're going to place, it's obvious which way it goes because you've only got 3 holes to line up. Now this is a lot easier than doing the Mustang one by the look of it. Those Mustang wheels and tyres can be quite difficult to assemble. Now that rim is tight going into the tyre. It's nothing to do with the wheel, it's just the tyre is tight to accept the wheel. So we can turn that easily. Okay, and then we're going to get our screws out. So we want our metal screws. So we can open the baggie, get our metal screws out, just like so. Take our screwdriver. I don't use the screwdriver that comes with the kit, I like to use my own. And then, whoops, the wheel fell out. We just turn it over, get the wheel aligned. Just like so. And get that screw in. And just put it in a couple of turns. Don't go winding in all the way. You can see how easy these screws are going in compared to trying to force them in. You can see they go in because there's a thread cut for them, ready to go. Okay, so I've done all those up now. Now this needs to pull together, as you can see. So I'm going to pull it together. So I'll pull it together there, and I'm going to turn that screw until it stops. And I'll do the same here. I'm going to turn that screw until it stops, and then the same here. And just progressively work my way around. What will happen is it will all close up. Don't go over tightening the screws, even if you haven't tapped the threads. What will happen is if you over tighten the screws, you will rip the thread, or the thread that you're cutting with the screw, you'll just rip it out of the metalwork, and your wheel will fall apart. What you can do then is just put a drop of super glue in the hole, sorry, not the hull, you're not building a ship, are you? Screw the screw in, leave it until the super glue's set, and it will hold it all together. There we go, that's our wheel put together. Beautiful, really, really nice. So we've done that. Now we're going to take the two brake disc, can't even speak, take the two brake disc components. These are plastic, so we're going to be using our plastic screws on these. Okay, so we'll get out our plastic screws. They always give you one or two spares. They always give you one. The first time I've ever seen two was in part one of this build. Okay, so we're going to take the inner and outer brake disc components, and these are going to go together like so. So you can see we've got the L is there. Alright, we're going to turn this over so the L is there. We've got this one so the L is facing us. And then these two, we have two raised pins here. We have two recessed areas there. Two holes in there. So that is how that is going to go. Just like that. Okay. And then we're going to take a screw, a plastic screw. So we don't need to cut a thread because it's going into plastic. And we don't need to worry about just going in a couple of turns because everything's beautifully aligned. I'll have no problem with it going together. And there we go. And when we come to fit the suspension, you've got that keyhole there so that when you fit the wheel, you've got a tab on there, so that is actually going to align on there like that. So that when you actually look at the car, you'll see the brake disc in the background and the brake disc will turn with the wheel. Okay, we turn the page. Nope, that is it. We don't get the usual sort of this is your completed build. So here we've got the spinner. Alright, now I don't think that's gonna, I won't push that right in. I would keep that as a spare part actually. So probably get one of these bags. Will the spinner fit in there? It looks like it might not. Hang on, no, it's going to go in I think. If it stopped getting caught up, we'll keep this so it doesn't get scratched. There we go, it's gone in there, right, so we can keep that. Okay, we'll put those two screws back with our other two screws. So there's our finished parts. For that disc can stay on there and we take it off when we're ready. Just easily take a wooden stick or something and just push it off from this side. And there you go, it's off, just like so. Okay, so here we are. Job done. I'll see you all probably in about 4 weeks' time for part 3. I'm a little bit behind everyone else because I was late to the party. But if you like watching me do these builds, then you can watch me. Or if you want to see me do them again after you've watched everyone else, then you can watch them. But there we go. Thank you for watching. I'll see you all soon. Bye for now. Don't forget to have a look on the description below. Go in there. You can go and have a look at the, click on that link and have a look at the kit for yourself. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.